Welcome to Stepdad Success, turning the tide on the way stepdads are seen and show up in the world. We're a new breed of leaders raising leaders. Blood or no blood, we raise them as our own. We're connected, loving, and committed to leading them into the future. If you asked a normal dad, he'd say we're doing the impossible. He'd say, but they're not yours. How do you do it? Yet every day, stepdads around the world are forging the way. That's what we call Stepdad Success. We're leaders raising leaders. And these are our stories. James Klobassa here from Stepdad Success. And today I wanted to ask you a deep question. Okay, so the question is, who am I? And it's one for you to ask yourself. You know, as we grow up, from a very young age, we're given stories about ourselves that kind of, direct the path that we take in life. For me, myself personally, I grew up as a very sporty child and, I was always told, you're such a fast runner. You've got strong legs. You're so quick. All of these things added up to me actually being a fast runner. And, as I might have mentioned in the past, I took a path chasing down becoming a hockey player, and I wanted to play for Australia. As those stories grew, I also had a lot of stories that were put upon me by other people. My parents, my friends, associates. As I grew into later life and began water skiing, I was told I was a bit of a kook. So, we start to take on all these little stories that we hear about ourselves. But we don't often ask ourselves, who am I? And who am I is a much bigger question that allows us to get rid of some of these stories, the stories that don't drive us forward, that don't inspire us. We are often given stories that hold us back, that weigh as big kind of rocks in the backpack that we carry around with us. And in asking, who am I, for yourself, it allows you to drop some of those rocks, some of those stories that don't push you forward, that don't really create a positive experience for you in life. When I was learning to water ski, I was actually quite fearful of going fast. And my friends used to say, you're a chicken. You're a chicken. You've got to get past it. Get over yourself. You're becoming a wuss. All of these little things that we drop in, they create the stories, they create our experience of life. But what if we're capable of kind of recreating the stories of our life? Asking, who am I, is the gateway to that. Asking better questions of yourself. If I ask myself, who am I now? Well, I'm still that sporty guy. I'm strong, fast, and flexible, is what I tell myself. In my relationships or my balance side of the world, I'm a stepdad. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a great husband. I'm a great father. I tell myself these things and I don't allow other stories to leak into those conversations. And this creates power in our own lives. In my being or my spiritual side, I tell myself I'm able to access the voice within me and it powers me forward. Another little story that I tell myself that inspires me and empowers me to be more on a day-to-day basis. Around business, I tell myself I'm a product launch manager. I create 6- and 7-figure businesses easily. These are empowering stories that we tell ourselves. And we have to learn to drop the old stories that we learnt growing up. So I challenge you today, dive into your journal and write that question at the top of the page. Who am I? Who are you today? Not from the past. Who are you today? What are the new stories that you can recreate for yourself that will allow you to be a better stepdad, better in your fitness, better in your relationships, and better in your business. Take that on today, get a clear page, set aside some time, and write at the top of the page, who am I? And recreate the stories of your life today. Would you like to learn more about how stepdads across the globe are joining forces in raising the next generation of leaders? Then head to www.stepdadsuccess.com and grab all the show notes plus a copy of the brand new tactical guide for creating more happiness, health, wealth, and wisdom as a stepdad. And if you liked the podcast, please share it with other stepdads you know and leave us a review on iTunes. Again, that's www.stepdadsuccess.com for all the show notes and tactical guide. Come and join the new breed of stepdads, the growing group of leaders raising leaders.